Following the capture and killing of a mako shark on Dr. Groom's Beach on Tuesday, members of the public are being warned against eating the meat of the animal, since the reason for it coming close to the shore remains unknown. The 10 to 12-foot shark was seen in the ocean swimming erratically, which is typically unusual behavior for a healthy mako, but it was too weak to put up a fight when it was gaffed and landed shortly after it was sighted. Coordinator of the Marine Protected Area at the Fisheries Division, Orlando Harvey, says local marine authorities are unable to determine what was wrong with the shark, as by the time they got to the scene, the shark was dismembered and distributed for meat.
The sharks are not typically observed in our coastal waters, so for some reason it found its way here. From the communication we had with people on the scene, the shark, when it was observed a little bit further out, it was seen swimming erratically. So it wasn't exhibiting typical behavior for a shark that you would expect. And in those cases, we're not sure exactly what the concern with it is, what the health of the shark is, why it's actually beached. You don't typically find it there. So that's a concern. So we typically, when we have situations like that, we try to advise the public not to consume the meat because we don't know if it's a toxin, if it's a parasite, what is the issue with the shark that it found itself in our coastal waters. But we weren't sure if the shark was in the process of dying. So it's kind of hard to tell those kind of things if we don't have material, tissue and stuff to test and do the proper analysis that we're supposed to do.
All that was left on the beach was the head, fins and stomach of the shark. He notes, however, contrary to information being circulated on social media, no plastic or plastic material was found in the shark's mouth or stomach. Mr. Harvey says it is not typical to find that species of shark in Grenada's coastal waters, which is a cause for concern. However, bringing it ashore should not have been the first action.
If it was up to the division, the shark would not have been killed that way or killed at all. We would have tried to maybe lead the shark back offshore and see if it could revive itself. So to have people seeing a shark and physically going out and capturing it and bringing it ashore, that's something a little bit alarming. Another one of the things we don't want to have is where people saying that we have aggressive or ferocious sharks in our water and we need to go out and catch sharks. That's not what we're saying because, for example, the shark fin mako is an endangered species. The long fin is vulnerable globally. So there are species that are threatened by, I guess, from fishing activities over the decades. So it's species that we don't want to have captured or removed unnecessarily. So I really hope that we don't have another encounter.
Mr. Harvey suggests marine authorities across the Caribbean need to collaborate, as there have been similar occurrences observed with these oceanic shark species in neighboring islands of St. Kitts and Nevis and Dominica in recent months. Blossom Alexis Welsh, GBN News.